So with the support strike in place, did it actually work and got the attention of NetEase into making the support role supposed the more prominent role again? Or at least a prominent role, I should say, according to some people. There are some patch notes that did come out, so let's see if they actually fix a few quote-unquote issues or make the support experience a lot better. So with Adam Warlock, they're enhancing Avatar Life's sustainability to keep him fighting for cosmic justice. So they added a new effect to quantum magic. When a critical hit lands on an enemy, reduce the cooldown time of Avatar life stream by 1 second. We're gonna see how this exactly plays, because this sounds incredibly strong. For every critical hit, when a critical hit lands on an enemy, reduce the cooldown time. That is insane. That is an insane ability to have personally. So that can either that's gonna make a lot of Adam Warlock mains freaking happy. And I feel like there's been a lot of Adam Warlock players that's been relatively playing good without this buff. So prepare Adam Warlock to be one of the best characters currently. So let's move on to Cloak and Dagger. It says Titan's hand, you are sharpening their blades and cloaks for more impactful strikes. As Cloak increased the damage of the Dark Force Cloak from 75 damage per second to 80 damage per second. As Dagger increased the damage of the Light Force Dagger hit or on hit from 15 to 18, which that's a really substantial increase from going. They're not even going to try and like tweak it by a little bit. They went from 15 to straight 18, which I feel like they are really good changes so far. I mean, I don't know if this is because of the strike itself that happened recently. It could be, maybe. I feel like it's too soon to judge, only because these came out relatively quick. I don't know if it takes this long to actually tweak some of these changes, but who knows at this point. So we have Luna Snow, and it says we're ramping up this K-pop sensation's damage output when she strikes enemies from a distance. And it says adjust the damage fall off of light and dark ice from 60% to 40 meters to 75%, which is a huge change to her output damage based on the distance, of course. So that's going to be relatively impactful as well. Luna Snow is going to be actually good too. I mean, she's always been good, but again, if you've already been good with Luna, you're just going to get better, in my opinion. It's just crazy. And now we got Mantis. Again, guys, I'm just going over the support role stuff, because I do want to go over why I do think the support strike is kind of silly in a way as a support main myself. But anyways, moving on to Mantis, we're empowering Mantis damage output to reflect her true fighting spirit. Then it says increase the hit damage of life energy blast from 50 to 55, 5 damage, which is really good. A lot of people would just get away from me, you know, surviving in like 10 HP, but not no more. But these are really good changes overall. Again, I don't know if the strike was the reasoning for these changes. I doubt it, because if it really was, I'm sure there would have been a lot more changes. There would have been a lot more buffs. We would have seen probably crazier buffs. But these are pretty good changes. I think these are for now tweaks, and we might see a lot more changes in the future, especially with Ultron coming out in the coming month. So we can expect some crazy abilities with Ultron. Ultron is just going to come out extremely broken, especially with this whole strike going on. Again, I don't know if that's the reason why they're doing these changes. Just think about, we are getting Ultron as the next support. You think they're not going to buff him to the absolute like ass after this freaking strike from people? Of course they will. They 100% will. And what I think about the strike itself, I always felt like the strike was a little silly. Now, don't get me wrong, I do understand supports feeling like they're, you know, feeling underappreciated, and I 100% understand that. But I feel like if people are going to make fun of supports, I feel like they are going to do it anyway. I don't think it takes a creator to actually have that kind of negativity in the air. If anything, I feel like creators are just outing these people, if you want me to be completely honest, because to be fair, these people already had felt that way, most likely. So, but because a creator came out and said, well, you know, support mains suck, support mains this, support mains that, a lot of people are actually opening to the idea of, oh my god, this is our time to shine. You know, we can actually talk shit about supports again, which I think that's the case here. I don't think any opinions had changed whatsoever. I think the opinion stood the same, and I just feel like just people are just being vocal about their opinions and how they felt about supports the entire time. That's the only thing. So I wouldn't feel too bad about being a support main. I mean, we're gonna get shit regardless. Again, I am a support main myself, because DPSs are gonna be DPSs the entire time, and us supports know that how these DPSs sometimes play. You know, they want to get healed behind walls. They jump in 1v6 and expect you to like be their backbone and just follow them everywhere and die with them. And, you know, we got the tanks in the background just chilling, just having a good time, popping a few beers here and there. They're just in the background chilling, not worrying about a damn thing because they probably had suffered enough from Overwatch 2 with the whole one tank thing. So they're just like, it's your first time here. But on the flip side, you know, I'm gonna call a spade for a spade at times, and a lot of times a lot of people don't play their roles. That's where I think the DPS idea comes from. Well, all supports suck because a lot of supports don't play their roles, but a lot of people don't play their roles in general. DPSs don't play their roles a lot. Tanks don't play their roles a lot. DPSs don't do damage. Tanks don't create space for the team sometimes. Supports don't heal. It's all the same thing. It's literally all the same thing. But that's pretty much all I had to say, really. But if you like the content, make sure to like the video. And if you are new to the channel, welcome, and be sure to subscribe. And most importantly, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'm gonna catch you guys in the next time. And until then, peace.